3 ways to assess your implicit biases and how they might be affecting you and your team professionally. Number 1, take an assessment. Number 2, look at your evaluations. Number 3, look at your behavior and the behavior of your team in meetings. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to make you a more effective leader. First, take an assessment. There is a great assessment organization where you can take a lot of assessments on implicit biases, and it's called the Implicit Project. Started at Harvard, and just go to implicit.harvard.edu, and there's a whole bunch of assessments there that you could take. Take them. You know, if you worked with me for a while, I think self-awareness is the most important trait a leader can have. Build your overall self-awareness. You might be surprised. I was when I did it. So that's the first one. Number 2, look at your evaluations, how you evaluate individuals. There's a researcher out there, Teresa Houston, and here's some things that she researches, biases in feedback. Here, I want to share with you 2 main points about our language in evaluations and what she's learned from them. First, that the language between majority and majority folks does not match, the ratings don't match. So for instance, I'm in the majority, excellent, super, awesome, doing a great job. My ranking, if I'm in the majority, will be 5 of 5, or your ranking will be 5 of 5. If you're in the minority, same words, the rankings might be 3 of 5. So the verbiage does not match the ratings. That's one area she found. The second area that she found is the verbiage. When you're talking about majority folks, the majority folks, there'll be words such as credibility, capability, great credentials about their professional performance. For the minority folks, it's going to be more about personality and sociability. Love having her as part of the team, team builder, gets along with everyone, those kinds of things. So now it's really easy to figure this out on your own. Go pull your last set of evaluations and go look, does my language match the rating? And am I talking about capability and professional capability, or am I talking about personality and sociability with the individual? Easy way to build your self-awareness. Okay, last one, your behavior in meetings, your behavior and the behavior of your team. So when you go into a meeting, where do people sit? You know that there's positions of power where folks sit in a meeting. Are the majority folks sitting in one group and the minority folks in another group? If so, what can you do to change that? If you're in one of the large meetings where there are people at the table and then backbenchers, pay attention to who's sitting where, and the positions of power in the meeting, and when someone is speaking. Say, I get this all the time, particularly from female clients. They say they're having problems in the workplace where they'll say something, essentially be ignored, and then a male will say it, and it'll be, oh, that's a great idea, Gary. Oh, that's super, Gary. Thanks for sharing that. Like, I just said that. Pay attention to those kinds of dynamics. So how people sit. Here's something else the research has shown. The research has shown that when majority members in a meeting speak first, then minority members will speak less. When minority members speak first, they will speak more and more on par with the proportion of the population that's in that room. So pay attention to that. Who's speaking first? When are they speaking? How are they reacting to each other? So those are 3 ways that you can raise your overall self-awareness and understand how your biases might be affecting you and your team professionally. Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.